Okay, welcome again to another video of the Targeted Individual Program. Today is Monday, October, 25th or 26th, can't even remember right now. But anyhow, so using the school personnel to target me through my kid. Okay, so my kid is I have three children. The middle one, he is 6 years old. He goes to PS6. He's in first grade, and I had signed him up. Me and his mom signed him up for Boy Scout. So he went last week. Boy Scout was supposed to be on Tuesdays, and he went to Boy Scout. I received a call stating that that there was no Boy Scout and that he was still in the school. Okay, now last week Tuesday, when there was supposed to be Boy Scout, no one called to say that Boy Scout had changed from Tuesday, or was canceled Tuesday, and is now going to be held on Monday. Right? No one called. So I had to go pick him up from the school in the office as he was waiting. And then today, right, which is Monday, which is supposed to be Boy Scout, okay, all of a sudden I get a call again, okay, around 3:30, saying that Ethan is still in the school and there is no Boy Scout. And I'm like, and the interesting thing is that because his mom called earlier, right, she called earlier about mid-noon to ask if they were Boy Scout today, if they're going to be Boy Scout today. And they told her in the office that that Boy Scout was being held today, right? So I guess they had to set up this whole elaborate thing to try to get me into school to send me a subliminal message, okay? Because again, they canceled the Boy Scout, okay? They canceled the Boy Scout, and the reason that they canceled the Boy Scout was ridiculous, and it's a lie, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how they lied. Okay, so anyway, so last week when they canceled the Boy Scout, which was supposed to be held on Monday, and the chess club was supposed to have their club on Tuesdays, okay, because the chess club was supposed to have it on Monday and then the Boy Scout on Tuesday, but then they switched it last week, right? They said, okay, we canceled the Boy Scout. Boy Scout is now going to be held on Monday, so which the chess club was going to be held on Monday now. Okay, so here Monday now they're like, well, the Boy Scout is canceled on Monday because the chess club have their their club today, which is a lie, because I have a message on the answering machine that specifically stated from the school, that Boy Scout will be held on Monday and the chess club will be held on Tuesdays. So I go to speak to the person in charge, right, of the whole Boy Scout club thing, right? Some Spanish guy, okay? He's Spanish because they like to use a lot of Hispanics in my targeting, okay? So he's Spanish. He's telling me about how that the chess club had 10 things to do. 10 things to do, and they like to throw out numbers, right? Because that's how they target you, that's how they condition you, right? So they throw out all these numbers and stuff like that. They had 10 things to do, during club, and I'm like, well, what does that have to do with the Boys Club, right? With the Boy Scout, that has nothing to do with the Boy Scout, okay? So anyway, when I mentioned them, I said, well, hold up. I said, I thought the chess club was supposed to be on Tuesday. He's like, no. And I said, well, I have a message on the answering machine stating that the chess club is on Tuesdays and the boys club will be held on Monday, okay? And at that point, he knew he was caught in his lie, okay? So at that point, he just said, listen, I apologize, such and blah, 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 right? So I get to the building now, and here they go again, right? Get to the elevator, they use the super in the building to try to target me. And the elevator comes down, and again here comes this woman, Spanish-looking woman again. They like to use Hispanics in my targeting. Okay, so she gets out of the elevator with these two guys, and they look like like they were walking out. So what she did is that she turned around, okay, stood there, staring at me. I'm like, these people are just ridiculous. And again, you look at human reaction and human interactions. You leave in the elevator. You got out the elevator to leave, right? Why the hell you turn around staring at me? Okay, well, are you attracted to me? I'm not attracted to you. Okay? But again, that's all part of the targeting. So, from time to time, they'll use the Hasidic Jews to target me. I guess today it was the Hispanics. And the fact that, the black people in the mix are, participating and doing this crap is really, really ridiculous. I mean, we as black people should know better. Okay, considering the history of black people in this country, consider the racism towards us, consider the unfair treatment, consider the psychological manipulation of our people, that we would participate in doing something like this to anyone. Okay, but again, you look at the Jews, though, Jews in Israel, what Hitler did to them, they're doing the same thing to the Palestinians, right? And the same things to the African immigrants that migrate into Israel. Okay, the Southern Africans, the Sudanese, the Ethiopians, those are the black Jews, and how they treat them, right? So again, people gotta wake up, wise up. Okay, be smart, be intelligent. Don't be followers, right? Don't let them try to indoctrinate you into their cult behavior or their cult belief system, because that's exactly what it is that they're doing, right? And you could be next. So you think that you participated in this, that somehow that you have some sort of shield from them doing this to you? Please, all right? Please, come on. So anyway, that's what's happened to me today, right? They go on with all this bullshit with the targeting again, and the thing is that they're trying to make my son suffer because they have something against me for whatever reason, which these people have done nothing to them at all, right? But yet, they're doing this to my son in the school, right? These are what I call cowards, from the security guards to the school officials that participate in this. And if you look at, like I said, coercive persuasion programs and systems, how they use people in every facet of society to manipulate and target the person who they deem as a threat for whatever reason. Okay, so this is what they do, right? These people are just ridiculous. They are ridiculous, really and truly, and I have no respect for them. And I wasn't heated, but I was just like, 'cause I knew that they wanted me to get upset. I knew that they wanted me to have an outburst and blah blah blah. I knew it. Okay. And so again, these, and then, the police is what giving them the permission to do this, because within the police department, there are cults that use the church, the people within the churches, okay, and because these people are in an authoritative position, right, and because they operate in secrecy, and this is what cults do. When you look at cults who have infiltrated certain groups or certain organizations, they operate in secrecy. They know each other. They know what they're doing, okay? And just because they think that they're running a psychological program and a psychological game, right, on me, which is psychological warfare, okay, don't think that I can't prove what they're trying to do or what you're doing. Don't think that I can't prove it, okay? So you better be very careful, because you're messing with the wrong person, specifically when it comes to my kids, okay? You're going to look at this video, and I'm giving you a warning. Whatever comes to you, if anyone messes with my children, okay, I'm going to be a totally different person.